All right, y'all. Welcome back to Spot City Talk. Tonight we're going to be talking about interracial dating and its effect on our community and whether we're for or against it. So I'm Jamisha,
Oreo.
Jennifer.
and for me, I mean, I don't care about you dating outside your race. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your business. But like to marry someone who is not of the same culture as you are, the same ethnicity, I don't agree with that. Because when it's all said and done, how can you? What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? How? Help me out.
How can you, what you trying to say, pass down?
Or like,
Yeah, that's what
how
I'm
can they
saying.
understand your struggle because they don't know?
How can they relate?
Relate. Okay,
Relate.
that's
They
the word.
relate to you.
So, I mean, what do y'all think about it?
I personally agree. I'm live and let live. If you want to date a white person or whatever the case may be, but as far as my daughters, I would not want them to grow up and marry a white man. I just would not. I would want them to stick with their race. Simply because of what you said. I don't think a white man will understand their struggle as a black woman or understand where they're coming from when they say certain things. I think that for you to be fully connected to somebody, you got to be able to connect spiritually, physically, emotionally, and also be able to talk to them about the downfalls and want them to understand fully what you're talking about when you're talking about your race and your people and the struggle and how when you walk into Macy's, they follow you around the store. If you tell a white man that, he's not going to understand that. If when I go in my kitchen and I cook my kids something to eat, I want them to have that and be able to pass that down from generation to generation. I don't want them to lose that within another culture. Basically, I want them to lose themselves.
I'm in concurrence with the goddesses here. If that's what you want to do as a personal preference, I don't knock you on a personal preference level. I just feel that you can't be in an interracial relationship and help build with the growth of the Africanization of the black population. Um, I'm personally am a firm believer that we as black people of African descent, we have to be able to put ourselves back into an African state of mind frame. You can't do that being with a non-African. Um, when I have children, I have to have children with an Africanized woman because I want Africanized children to build an Africanized nation. Um, you can't have, like they said, you can't have a common relation when you're in a relationship with someone of a different race because the struggles are different, especially in our society. The struggles are different based upon race. It is a racial struggle for each and every race within this nation. And someone that hasn't been going through that hasn't been treated in a certain way that you've been treated throughout life by the society itself can't relate to you on a mental level or an emotional level to help you evolve spiritually and physically through this society. Um, it just it's impossible. I mean, how can someone that's never done something tell someone else that does it to stop doing it if they've never been through it to stop doing it themselves? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna use
Right.
drugs for instance. Someone that's on crack. If someone's smoking crack and wants to stop smoking crack, the best way for him to find help is finding help with someone else that had used to smoke crack and doesn't smoke crack no more. You can't go to someone that ain't never touched a rock and ask them how to quit doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing on the emotional and mental level and racial structure. You can't you can't have a white woman sitting there talking to her black daughter and have her be able to understand when she comes home crying about, Mama, they say my nappy hair is ugly or I'm a nigger or this or that. That white woman wouldn't be able to understand it on an emotional level. She can empathize, but she can't sympathize.
Gotcha.
So she
Right.
wouldn't be able to understand on that emotional level of how to console her daughter and help her daughter understand the structure of the society and that sort. You know what I mean?
And so, I'm gonna give y'all an example. I've dated outside of my race. I've dated a white boy before. Not even gonna lie. And we were driving down the street or whatever, and the police got behind us, and I instantly got nervous.
Yeah, my heart starts
Like,
pounding anytime.
and I'm 10:52. I haven't done anything wrong, and I'm super nervous. And he's looking at me like, "You tripping?
Like, what's wrong with
Like,
you?
what's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
What you done did?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was like, "This ain't gonna work." Like, because he couldn't understand it. Even now today, if I'm driving and I have my kids in the car, I'll be like about to lose it if the police get behind me because they will pull me over for no freaking
Just
reason.
because it has
You
happened.
know what I'm saying?
It has happened. It has
And who
happened.
knows what they'll do to you after they pull you over for no reason in front of your
I've heard that
kids.
happening.
In
Yes,
front of your
absolutely.
kids, you know.
I mean, it's just, and it's actually sad that the people that we're supposed to look at to protect us is the ones that we fear when they get behind us.
Yeah.
And it is based off of our race because I've been in cars with white women that just keep speeding when the police behind them. You know, black folks, we hit our brakes, so we make sure our seatbelt is right. She just kept going like it was nothing. And I'm like, do you not see the police behind you? She was like, oh yeah, but I'm okay. I'm only going 5 miles on the speed limit. What?
Yeah.
I'd have been pulled over for going forward.
Quick.
Right.
I could have been pulled over because I pulled off too fast. I hadn't even reached the speed limit. So, I mean, just in reality, I just would rather my daughters now, like I said, I know white women that are married to black women that have great children, that are raising their kids to be great people. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is for myself and for my children, I would rather them not date outside or marry outside of their race. I would rather them keep it home. I was brought up at a different time. My parents are a little bit older than a lot of people my age parents. My dad is 72 and my mom is 67, something like that. So they're a little bit older. And my grandmother, you know, she used to tell me, and she used to tell me that if they can't use your comb, don't bring them home. She used to tell me, don't go out there playing with them white kids. You're going to come back smelling like dogs. Like, that's how I was raised. My daddy went to Vietnam and came back. And when I was born and I got older, he started telling me how white people used to spit on him when he got off the bus coming home from over there fighting in their country. And he come home to being still segregated, still separate. Everything is still, you know, everything is not green now that you're home. You know, it's more to it. I was just brought up a little bit different. My dad said I couldn't date a white boy. I did date a white boy, though, in high school. Because he had a 5.0 and I wanted to drive it. I'm being honest. I was about in 10th grade. And I did date him, but it did not work because it just did not feel natural to me. It did not feel right to me. And I hope my daughters kind of mimic me in that way. You know, I hope that they understand and take pride in who they are and understand what they carry in them. And I think that's what a lot of our people have lost. They have lost that pride and that sense of being that we have. You don't need a white person to make you succeed. You don't need a white woman on your side to make you better. I see a lot of our black men, once they make it in Hollywood, they decide to leave their black wife or their black girlfriend of many years for a white woman. I see a lot of them cheat on their black wives with white women. I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I don't get it.
That's a social construct, man. I would think, you know, like, and it's kind of like based off like how you were saying previously too that mentally somewhere in their mind they feel like they're gonna achieve and do better because they have someone else of a white race. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
So I don't mean to cut you off, but I do have a question with that. Is it us as black women that make the men feel like that?
No.
Where they want to go?
It's
Like I would like to know why they do that.
As far as that link, because there's many reasons that tie to them doing to why they do it. But under that link, for the embetterment, for being with the white woman, you know what I mean? It's a societal thing because you as a black woman, your chances of getting a credit loan or some kind of a house loan or a business loan or something like that is going to be way slimmer than that white woman's. Not only that, but the percentage that you're going to have to repay if you do get it compared to what she would have to repay. You see what I'm saying? So it's more of a society type thing because society produces this image that white is better. You see what I'm saying?
I guess.
I got what about being like pro-black for the black community? Can you be in an interracial?
I want you to ask that question louder.
Can you be in an interracial relationship and still be pro-black and for the black community?
We've given out our thoughts, our opinions. We want to know what y'all think, whether you agree or disagree. Just give us our feedback, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in. So make sure y'all check us out.
Drop the comments, hit like,
go to our
share.
YouTube, and subscribe. Subscribe
Subscribe to it.
Holla.